everyone. Today's Monday, April 3rd, and of course, I'm Melanie Morris, and I am the one in the yellow jacket, the lady in the yellow jacket. We've got a great show for you tonight. If you've been following my shows, you know that I've been doing a lot on immigration and refugees and people who've come to America just for a better life. And tonight, I've got an amazing, amazing story to tell, so you do not want to miss this story. If you remember, Elvis was on our show before. He spoke at the rally for the immigration rally right after President Trump signed in that new immigration ban. And I have his mom, Claudia, with us tonight. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for the
Claudia has an impelling story to tell. She's one of those people that actually fled Guatemala for a better life in America. And she did it the hard, old-fashioned way. And she's going to share her story with us tonight. So thanks again, Claudia and Elvis, for coming in.
You're very welcome.
Absolutely. And you know, and I had to ask Elvis, I said, now, is this your sister or is this your mother? Yes, I should have asked her for ID. I didn't, but I'm sure it's his mom. It's his mom.
I am.
Well, you're a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
You're a beautiful woman.
Huh?
What was that?
So identical.
Yeah, exactly. You could be your identical twin.
She's my twin.
So let's talk. You've got a compelling story, Claudia. You left Guatemala. First of all, why did you leave Guatemala? What was life like in Guatemala?
It was tough. For me, as a single mother with 3 children, it was rough. And I was looking also for a better future for my children. So being by myself, working very hard and not being able to provide what I want for them, it came out to my mind that I wanted to come here to get a better opportunity for them. Pretty much it was for them.
Now, so you came here, it was for them, you came here so your children can have a better life.
Definitely.
Why did you pick America? Did you have anyone here? Did you know anyone?
I have part of my family. I had 2 sisters here already, so I asked for help to one of them, and she helped me.
She helped you?
Yes.
So let's talk about the process of actually leaving Guatemala and then making that trek to the United States. How did it start?
It started in Guatemala, so my sister agreed to pay the amount they were asking for the trip.
And what I know this was 2004. What was the amount in 2004?
$5,500.
Wow, so $5,500.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was tough just for my sister to say yes. For me, it was like, it was something to risk as well, because if I didn't pass, then I was going to have that money to give her back. And how I was going to be doing it if I had to stay in Guatemala. I was going to be able to pay her back. So in my mind was, I had to do this trip and I have to pass, no matter what I had to do for it.
So you knew that you needed to do this trip and you needed to make it work because you needed to pay her back.
Yes, definitely.
So now, who did you cross with? How exactly does it work?
They will send us to a place in the border from Guatemala and Mexico to meet with with a guy who will be waiting for us.
Oh, okay.
Over there.
Okay.
So we went there. So it was like 6 or 8 hours from the city that I was living to that place. So we met to this guy, and then we were all in their hands. They were moving us to different places. They were the only ones who knew how they were going to move us.
Okay, so it sounds like you had handlers when you paid this $5,500.
Yeah.
So basically, Claudia was in the hands of handlers who took you from city to city or station to station.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how they were moving us all together. So we went to this place. We met this guy who was on charge of us. It was a group like of 20 or something, but then they moved us to a place where there were hundreds of people, so like more than 100 people. And then they will move us like in big amounts of people.
Okay. And how were they moving you? Were they moving you in vans and cars, or were you walking?
In trucks.
In trucks.
And also these very big trucks.
Okay.
They will introduce us from the bottom of the truck inside, and they were moving us. I remember the last trip we did was 36 hours inside of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Without eating, without going to the bathroom. It was dark, nothing, nobody could make noises inside. We were like 120 people inside of that car.
So this almost sounds like a big rig truck, like an
Exactly.
18-wheeler. They
Yes.
had you
Yeah.
kind of like packed into the
Uh-huh.
18-wheeler.
Yep.
Wow. For
Yeah.
36 hours,
36
no
hours.
food, no bathroom.
Barely with fruits. That's the only thing that we could have. But then there was a little window in the floor of the truck. They were opening like once in a while just to give us air.
To give you some
fresh
air.
Yeah.
So what, were you able to bring one bag with you, or were they like, you can't bring anything?
No, we were only with the clothes we were wearing.
Clothes
Yeah,
you were
that's-
wearing.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So when you have these fruits and things to eat, that's what they provided, your handlers provided for you? That was part
will
of the,
give it to us.
right, the
Yeah.
$5,500,
Yeah.
whether it's water, fruits.
Yeah. Then they brought us to a house near Arizona where we crossed the border. So it's still
So
in the
before you crossed
Mexico,
the
in the
border-
Mexico.
Yeah,
area.
before you crossed the border in Arizona, how did you get to Arizona? Was that also truck, or did you have
The
to walk?
trucks. No,
No?
trucks. Everything
Trucks.
in the trucks because we went to a parking. I remember we went into a big parking. From there, we went coming out from the big truck, and then it was very close by where we moved to the little house that we were in there. It was a lot of people in there as well. We were having 2 meals a day, and we were doing like a big lines to get the food that we needed 2 times a day.
Okay.
There were long lines to get the food.
And then, and again, this is
In
when you were in Arizona.
It's still,
Okay.
yeah.
So what happened? So in Arizona, so when you get to Arizona, everyone made it safely, I'm assuming. Did
Yes.
everyone make it safely?
Everybody.
No one,
made
you
it
know,
safe.
no fatalities or
No.
unexpected deaths or anything?
No,
Okay.
nothing.
So what happened after you got to Arizona? How long were you in Arizona?
For like 3 days.
3 days?
3 days. As
Okay.
long as my family would give the last deposit of the money, they were moving us out of the house.
Oh, I see. So what happens is you only give them a certain amount up
yes.
front.
Oh yeah.
That way they don't run with your money.
It's business.
This is business.
It's all about
Okay.
business.
So what is it? Maybe half up front and then the other half at the end?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, had like two payments.
2 payments.
Yeah, one at the beginning and the other ones
At
when
the
we
end,
are
when you're,
already safe in the U.S.
that
area.
makes sense. It's business. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. So as people made the second payment, they were able to retrieve their loved ones.
Yep.
Okay. And that's when you said you were coming, your sister lived here in Boston,
Yeah.
in Cambridge, or Somerville?
In Lynn.
In Lynn. Okay.
So they brought me over there.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. Now, that must have been very scary. Were you ever afraid?
Pretty much, yes, because I didn't know a lot of the people that I was traveling with.
Did you
and
know anyone that you were traveling with?
Just my nephew and my brother-in-law.
Oh,
that
okay.
that I traveled with.
Okay, so you had two family members that
wasn't-
you traveled with.
Yeah, I wasn't all alone.
You weren't all alone, so at
Yeah.
least you had somebody. She had somebody who was, looking
Yeah,
out for her, especially, I'm sure, just being a woman,
Yeah.
and
That was,
you just never know what's going to happen.
yeah, that was my biggest fear if I had to travel by myself, because you never know if you were going to be able to see your loved ones one day or
Right.
not. So
So,
for me, it was a big deal coming with family.
yeah, so let me ask you, Elvis, when your mom left that day, did you understand what was going on?
The first time I can say, she told me, oh, we're going to do a long trip. I say, okay. So
How old were you then when she left?
Let me see. No, probably can say around like an 8 years.
Yeah, I was going to say 7 or 8.
7 or
Okay,
8.
7 or 8.
7,
That's
8.
mine.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember her saying like, okay, just remember what you have, something like that. I say, okay, you saw her walking away, you then disappear in the corner of the street. I say, okay. I just was very confused. I say, oh, she probably will call or something like that.
Oh, so you kind of remember that last time you saw her,
Yeah.
and she said she's going to do a very long trip,
Yeah.
and then eventually she would see you again.
Yeah, I just was. Then when she called, the first time that she left, I said, oh, where are you? I see you, where you went? I said,
It was tough.
so when are you going to call again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was tough. Now, how long was your trek? How long did it take you from the time you left Guatemala till the time you got to Arizona?
A month.
A month. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that I left like in September, the first week of September, and I got here. No, it was in October because it was my father's birthday, who we just celebrated.
Oh.
So it was no October the 8th or 9th, and I got here November 11th.
Okay. So yeah, a little bit over a month. A little bit over a month.
Yes.
Yeah. So were you able to, then you came up to Boston to be with your sister.
Yeah.
Were you able to talk to your children? Who cared for the children while
My
you were
mom.
gone? Because there were 3 of them.
My mom.
Your mom
My
did.
mom took care of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bless her.
Yes.
Bless her. Bless her.
She's in heaven.
Did your mom ever try to talk you out of it? Saying, don't go, something
She
could
didn't
happen?
wanted me to come.
She didn't want you.
No, she didn't wanted me to come. She was
Was she nervous?
nervous for everything. Maybe that I couldn't make it, that I wasn't going to be able to see them again, or that I was just going to forget about them in here by being here. Because we met
Mama
some
didn't
friends.
want to take care of those kids forever.
Exactly. Because we had some stories about other people who just got here and they forgot about their family. So my mom was a little
Wow.
nervous about that, but in my heart, never crossed
Right.
that thought.
I can tell you definitely love your children.
Oh yes.
So I never even thought about that. I could probably see that happening where somebody crosses the border and
Definitely.
their mind changes or their plans change and they're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
not going back for the kids, or
Definitely.
things happen.
Yes.
People.
They change
people are
their
people.
minds sometimes and they forget. They maybe find a better life in here and they
Right.
forget how hard it is for the other ones who are staying over there. So,
Right.
but never in my mind.
So now, what was going through your mind? 8 years, that's a long time. So obviously, as you got older, you realized that, okay, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years. When am I going to see my mother again?
Yeah, I think I can say I'm very glad to stay living with my grandma and with my brothers as well. The only thing that I was thinking, okay, she's working hard over there now, so I had to do my best as well to show I'm okay. I can keep working hard as
Okay.
her she's doing. But it was kind of tough as well. But I just have some memories when she was with us as well. And now I'll do the same process without her. It's kind of difficult.
Right. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was very difficult. So let's fast forward now to, obviously you reunited with your kids. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh.
So what happened? I mean, how did it happen? And it's been 8 years, and did you decide now I can
8 years.
finally?
I was desperately about them, and I was like about time because this was my priority all the time being here. I found somebody that I fell in love, but at the same time, it was something that didn't let me go through at all. So I talked to my partner about my children. I wanted to bring them here with me. Otherwise, I would never be 100% happy.
Right.
So that was.
So you fell in love.
I fell in
Aw,
love.
you fell in love.
Yes. Yes,
Fantastic.
I did. Thank you.
We love stories.
He's a
We fell
great
in love.
man.
Right, and he's a great man.
Yes,
Nice.
He support me into bringing my children because he saw that I wasn't going to be happy without them.
Wow.
So he definitely gave me the support that I needed.
Okay.
So,
Now, was this
and
the financial support?
both?
Both?
Both.
Okay. Financial,
Yeah.
physical, mental,
Mentally,
emotional.
Especially emotionally, because I had the money after 8 years. I was working crazy,
Okay.
saving the money because I knew that I was going to find the best purpose for this money.
Okay.
And so I had it, but I wasn't capable of doing it by myself because at this time I was on my own, so I didn't know how to handle that process until he was there, and then I felt 100% supportive with him, and then said, okay, yes, now is the time.
Now is the
Bring
time.
them over.
Bring them over.
Yes.
And how did your kids come over?
They came the same way as me because there was no other choice. I tried different ones, but they were hard and they were not 100% secure or sure of what I want them. So I said, well, I had to risk it as well.
Wow. So your kids came over the same way
The same
that you
way as
came
me.
over, basically with a handler.
Yep.
Now, did they travel with other adults that they knew, or
No,
No?
they were on their own.
they were on their
My
own?
3 children.
Ugh.
I put them in the hands of God, and I was all the time.
I'm sure.
They have to get here. I have to see them here. And I made it. And suddenly I didn't even know how they were here. And I was like so happy and felt blessed
No.
having them.
Now, how was your trip over? Were you afraid at all?
Well, I just was a child. Of course, I experienced some fears, but at the same time was kind of like a very unique trip.
Adventure.
Okay.
Yeah, adventure, going to only with one thing in mind. I say I had to see my mother, and to see my mother
Mm-hmm.
with my brothers as well.
Now, it's one other brother, one sister.
My brother and my sister.
Okay, and you're the oldest, right? Are you the
I'm
oldest?
the oldest.
All right, and so they were younger than you.
Yeah.
Wow, so you had to kind of like look out for them to make sure.
Yeah, I had to make sure like I wasn't afraid. I was just enjoying the trip, so they kind of feel like okay, we can have some fun and here over here. Just make sure that they were okay as well, to show I'm not afraid of this.
Right.
We can
Right.
handle it all together.
Now, I know that you're getting married. You've fallen in love and you're getting married at some point.
Yes,
Your
I
kids
am.
are legal now,
Yes,
but
they are.
you are not.
No, I'm not.
You are not.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I will.
You will be. You
I
will
will.
be. Are you afraid? Are you afraid at all, especially with this new administration and the whole immigration ban? Like if you're driving around or if you get pulled over by police, are you afraid at all?
No, I'm not afraid.
You're not afraid.
I wasn't afraid of leaving my children. I'm not afraid in here with the politics, because at the end I feel like who bring the food to the house is us, the people who work for it. The president is not bringing the food for you. If you don't work, you don't get it. So we have to get it. So we have to work, we get it. So why would I be afraid of something that I am earning for my family? That's how I feel, and that's what I think. So I don't stop myself from going somewhere if I need to, if I have to, or if I just want to have enjoy for a little bit. I don't have to stop living my life for a president. Whoever is this, you know.
Great. You don't have to stop. She doesn't have to stop living her life for president. So if you could say one or two things to our new president, Donald J. Trump, what would you tell him?
Be softer with your heart. Come on, we are just people as you. We feel as you, and we deserve a chance. And we are working for it. We are not even telling you to give it to us. We are earning it.
You are earning it.
Yeah.
You're earning it. So kind of like have a heart.
Yeah.
Have a heart. Yeah.
Have a heart.
Have a heart. Have a heart.
Yeah.
Now, did you leave people in Guatemala? Obviously, you can't go back. You haven't been back to Guatemala since 2004.
No.
Are there people down there that you can still visit? What about your parents?
My parents passed away after I got here.
Wow. So your parents passed away, so that means you weren't able to go back for their funerals.
No, not at all.
Now, who
So-
else is down there?
I have a sister and a brother down there. Few brothers. But they are living their own lives out down
Okay.
there. They're not into coming here.
Okay, so they're not interested in paying that handler and
Not anymore.
not anymore.
After I brought my children, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
What advice, if somebody's, and if somebody sees a show and they're in Guatemala, they can watch it online, they can stream it online, or they're in,
Really?
in another country, and they're thinking, I want to do what she did. What advice would you give them today?
Ooh. If you have enough support to do it, just be precautious and be more acknowledged into what is really going on right now. It's not as easy as years ago. Every year gets hotter and hotter, and every year it's a risk that you have to keep in mind you gotta take. So you have to kind of balance if that risk is worth to do it or not. But if it was me down in Guatemala with all this situation right now, I wouldn't come here. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Definitely.
So under this new administration, you would not come here.
No.
Maybe if it were under the previous, when President Obama was
Yeah.
coming, you would come.
Yeah.
But now you'd think it'd be too risky.
It's too risky.
It's too risky.
It's family and money in our countries is a big thing to think about before taking any decision. So in here, in another country, the same way, we have to work hard for what we need. And doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are with the family, I think that's what matters the most.
That's what matters the most. Now, I met Elvis. It was shortly after. Somebody told me he spoke at the the Sanctuary City One Somerville rally right after President Trump signed that new immigration ban in.
Yeah.
Somerville had that rally on that Saturday. What did it feel like to see your son up there in front of all those people?
Oh my God, just such a proud mom. I can feel like how they have grown up and how he's especially gifted. He's so easy to go everywhere around and talk and give advice. He's amazing.
I try to do my best.
And you do very well.
Aww.
It's so harder, but I have to keep trying. Never give up.
Never.
Very good. That's
giving
right.
up is not an option.
That's right. Never give up. Never give up. So how do you feel about your mom knowing this history of her coming to the U.S.?
The first time was very shocking. You see, oh, you pass all through this. You see, wow. You feel me very connected as well with her because we passed the same thing. We know what she went through, what we went through. So it's kind of like a very good experience to concern. You probably tell to grandchildren or children.
This is definitely a story for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great-grandchildren.
Yeah, definitely.
This definitely is. For a book.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I look forward to.
Yes, for a book. So
something
now,
like
what's
that.
the surprise when you saw your mom for the first time? What secret was she holding from you?
Ooh, she was in combo, you know, like to
She's
see
in
the
combo.
happiness.
Uh-huh.
Then she is there to see she was pregnant in that moment. I was very happy to see them. And then I said, wait a minute. And then I see the guy next to her. I said, wow. It was very shocking, but at the same time very happy. I said, okay, I'm going to have a new brother or sister.
And they love him.
Wow. So your mom didn't tell you she was pregnant, huh?
No.
She just, saw you, picked you up at the airport and opened up her coat.
It was kind of like a surprise. A surprise for me as well. Yeah. Wow. Right in the face to see.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it was very cool to see this. She was enjoying her life as well. She wasn't down all the time. She was very fighting for it.
Right.
That's made me happy as well.
Wonderful. You all are blessed to have each other. You definitely
Thank
are
you.
blessed to have each other. And he is, like I said, he was on the show before, and he's just a wonderful young man. You don't find many young people his age.
Yeah.
They're, they're out, they're doing this, they're doing that, and he's, sticking by your side.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic. And he stuck by your side, for 8 years while you were,
I know.
preparing to make a better life for him.
Yeah.
Preparing to make a better life for him. So, fantastic. So, and then you had another baby, right? You had
Yeah.
one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 girls now.
So, okay, so there were 2 girls that you had in the U.S.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And you're going to be getting married soon
Yep.
at some point.
Yes.
She's fallen in love. She's going to be getting married, and then she'll be legal.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
as she said before, she's living her life. She's not afraid. She's not going to let politics stop her from
No.
living her life.
It's not fair. I don't think it's fair for anybody. But just be careful, we just try to do our best being careful. Not that I don't care about it, because I do my best at being a good person, with whoever needs it, but not stopping being happy and enjoying life.
Good for you. Good for you. You're not going to stop being happy and enjoying life.
Nope.
And you're looking at colleges, right?
Yeah.
Heading off to college?
Yeah, it's very, very tough. A new world outside. See the college over here. Then, oh, I like this one. Well, it's very confused as well.
Okay.
A lot of action. There's a bunch of actions you can choose. But I try to take my time. And then go easy on it.
Okay.
See which one is the right path for me.
Right, right.
I don't want to go directly something random and then switch my mind. Just take it slowly,
Okay.
easy.
All right.
And
Finding your voice, finding your voice.
your internal voice. It's going to be worth it in the end.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It will be worth it. So your kids, 5 kids. Do you have any regrets
No.
since you given? Do you ever regret coming here?
No.
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 No regrets at all.
No.
So you would do it all over again.
Oh, definitely yes. Fearless, as always I've been, like, without fear, with no regrets, just whatever it takes, get life for the best way, and keep going.
Right now, I know you said your mom, she didn't want you to come. Were you able to maintain a relationship with her after you got
yes.
here? You talked via phone. I know you
my
said.
number one, always my mom.
Aw, she was your
Okay.
number one.
Yes, she's my
Yeah.
number one always.
Yeah. Awesome.
But as children, we know that we have our own decisions to make once in life.
Right.
And that's what I talked to my mom, and she understood very well. And I told her that I wasn't going to forget my children. That was my number one as well as her. But
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, we are out of time.
All right.
She wasn't going to forget her children. Her mom was her number one. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. Again, I'm Melanie. I'm the lady in the yellow jacket. Thanks to Elvis and Claudia for coming in. And go Red Sox. Today was opening
Yes.
day, and the Red Sox won. Woo, hoo, hoo, 5-3.
There we go.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Monday.